What's up, everybody? Welcome to another GSD. My name is Josh, and I'm going on a rant here. So be prepared, because this is one of the most misunderstood and missed topics of being in the skilled trades. Because I want to share with you my definition of being a professional. Before that, it's important that you create a definition of being professional. The concept of being professional, let's talk about this first. The concept of being professional has been looked at sideways from the skilled trades because it immediately has this white collar feel to it. And because of that, for years now, there has been a rebellion against looking, acting, and sounding professional as a skilled and qualified tradesman. So you need to define professional as you want to see it. So I'm going to share with you how I define, or at least some of the topics that I look at when I define being a professional. The first part that I look at is not the skill. See, it's amazing because people, again, in the skilled trades, their entire identity is wrapped around the skill, and they think that's the value that they add, that's what they should be paid for. And because you can diagnose an air conditioner or frame a straight wall or lay a good bead in welding, that you're a professional. No, the reality is you're skilled at this one thing, but you're not a professional. So if you took the skill away, if you took your ability to do the task away, what's left? That is what makes a professional, everything that's left. One, appearance. This is, people in the trade fight against the need to fucking look professional. Most of you look like you crawl out of a fucking dumpster box that you've been sleeping in for a week. You look like trash. Your fucking pants sag. You've got holey clothes. You haven't done anything with your face hair or head hair. You don't fucking comb or brush your hair. Shit, some of you don't even brush your teeth. God forbid we introduce some hygiene into the concept of being a professional. But there's been this rebellion against looking professional for so long. I will tell you, every time I go to a box store, Home Depot, Lowe's, take your pick, I don't care. The skilled tradespeople always look worse than homeowners that are in there. I have yet to go to a box store or a lumber yard and see a qualified tradesperson, a skilled, crafted individual that looks more professional than a homeowner, than their client. It's astonishing to me. But you choose to fight this need to look professional. Instead, you choose this fucking white trash mantra, fucking hillbilly heaven, pants sagging thug wannabe. I don't give a fuck. Pick your theme. You're not making a decision to create an appearance that looks professional. So that's one thing that I look at when defining being professional. Another one is how you communicate and how you articulate. I think this also goes to, falls under the rebellion. I don't know, people It's like you get 5 years old and you learn how to speak and you stop trying to better yourself. You stop trying to improve how you articulate. You just talk how you fucking talk, and most of it you sound like you're fucking retarded because you can't articulate things that you need to communicate clearly, and then everything goes sideways. So you need to improve how well you communicate and how well you articulate. Organization is another one. Being disorganized is not being professional. You've got to have some structure of organization. This is one of the areas that I think there are kind of gray metrics. How you stay perfectly organized and how I stay perfectly organized probably aren't going to measure the same. There's a chance that your organization is higher than mine. I'm talking about disorganization. Work to be organized. If you function in disorganization, and guys, I've seen some of the service trucks. I've seen some of the work trailers. It looks like you rolled the fucking thing when you parked it and just left everything lay on the floor. That's not professional. So you have to understand the things that I'm talking about tell a story. They tell a story about you. But if your entire identity is wrapped up in the craft and you just want to be like, well, I mean, yeah, I know this, but I'm one hell of a welder. I'm one hell of a framer. I'm one hell of a roofer. Okay, that's great. But everything else that I see about you contradicts what you're saying. And I understand that there are jobs where you get filthy, where you get just absolutely disgusting. I'm not saying you got to wear a suit and tie. What I'm saying is don't look like a fucking hobo begging for a job. You got to look the part. So organization with your self-care, organization with your tools or your work area, organization with your paperwork, if that's part of your thing. So you've got to have some level of organization. Punctuality. Shocks me how many people cannot be on time anymore. I didn't even know that was an epidemic. But I hear it so often. Had a conversation today. Client of mine, friend of mine, Jeremy. You know, and what he told me I agree with. He said, man, I leave early enough that if the weather happens or road construction happens, I still get there on time. And I believe that. So it shocks me how people kind of limit themselves and their ability to operate and function successfully because they choose to not be punctual. They don't make a decision. Hell, some people are late because they're playing video games. And I don't even know how to comprehend that. But punctuality is part of being a professional. Now, this takes me to my last one, and I kept it for last because I wanted to spend a little bit more time on it. Quality of the conversation. Quality of the conversation. I'm going to kick off by saying this, and because I want to get it out of the way. If I work with you on a job site, and I work with you for a week, I can tell how fucking stupid you are by how much you talk about fucking. The elementary, the primitive male brain, the underdeveloped male brain kills professionalism. It's psychotic to me how much energy the male species will spend talking to guys on the job site about fucking, chicks on Instagram, porn, all this kind of crazy stuff. If I spend a week with you, I can tell you how fucking stupid you are by how much you talk about that stuff. That is not being a professional. If you're not intelligent enough to navigate quality conversation, you probably shouldn't speak at all. But man, growing up in the trades, and I know I've been exposed to this shit since I was 5 years old. I understand what is out there, and it's not attractive, it's not appealing, it's not intelligent, it's not fucking professional. So grow up, talk about something that is at least halfway intelligent, or don't fucking say anything at all. Now that I'm off the sexual part of it, let's talk about gossip and negativity. Do not gossip and be negative in front of your clients. See, if you're on a job site and you're talking about somebody that you work with, that's gossip, that's negativity. That doesn't need to be there. There is appropriate places and time. If you need to have a conversation, go sit in the cab of the truck, leave the job site, walk away where no one can hear you. But this need for open dialogue that's infected with gossip and negativity is astonishing to me. Again, it's not professional. It makes you look like a fucking idiot. But we think, right? People think that, oh, I'm solving problems and I have a power to make decisions and I'm not gossiping. No, you're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot. Because it tells me that, again, that you're not intelligent enough, you're not mature enough to navigate these conversations in the appropriate sense. Yelling is another great example. Yelling is not professional. It's one of my non-negotiables on a job site. I'll just tell you that right now. Do not yell at me. It will not go well. We can have a conversation. I am completely open. Communicate with me. Help me identify what the problem is. If I'm the problem, great. Let's focus on a solution. No yelling. Yelling is one of those things, it's an amplification of immaturity. It's an amplification of insecurity. Yet people do it. They think because they talk louder, they feel smarter. They talk louder, they feel like they're in more control. They talk louder because they choose the option of fear to try to navigate people and drive people to create a result that they want. So stop yelling. Pretty simple. Because again, I see you yelling on a job site. I see you yelling at your significant other. I know you're a fucking idiot. I know you have no emotional discipline. I know you are so insecure. You need the attention and you need to feel like you're in charge. You need to feel like you have power. I should name this episode, You're a Fucking Idiot, but I'm not going to. Because people's success is often dictated by their own captivity. Their own choices to not grow, their own choices to not learn, their own choices to not lead, their own choices to not be accountable, their own choices to have the same boring, stupid fucking conversations day after day. And it's just this hamster wheel of ignorance. I don't understand it. I will tell you that I've thought this way for as long as I can remember, and I have always felt like an outcast. But what I've learned as I've gotten older is I'm not an outcast, I'm an outlier. And I can respect that. I can appreciate that. I can appreciate those of you that make decisions to be better, to be above the average, to separate yourself from the noise, to be disciplined, to do something that's going to add value to you and others. I can respect you for that. I can respect you for wanting to become better. and I can respect you for wanting to be professional. Thanks for spending this time with me. Till next time, get shit done. See ya.